Hello! Today we'll be taking a look at bippity boppity short films. Wee! Yeah! Normally, I dedicate solitary reviews for this kind of stuff, but these particular ones are egregiously short, and there's only so much I can say about them without prattling on. Also, I've kinda gotten into the habit of doing several reviews in one video, so fucking here we go again. But I can assure you, all these shorts are certified gems. Absolutely beautiful specimens that all deserve attention. I may not have the most in-depth analyses, but either way, I want to shout out these films and these artists. Links to all of them in the description, and since they're so short, I will be diving into spoilers. So, without further ado, let's do the duck walk! Pearl! Pearl is a 2016 film about a father, daughter, and their home that happens to be a car. They travel the country in this hatchback, collecting many memories along the way. This is an incredibly touching story that manages to detail this girl's childhood with her father all the way to adulthood within 5 effective minutes of heartstring-pulling brilliance. And the diverse color palette makes the simple low-poly 3D models and backgrounds look so appealing and full of character. Throughout the short, the camera stays mostly positioned in the passenger's seat, as if we were experiencing these car rides with this father and daughter. The reason for this is because this was actually originally meant to be viewed on a VR headset. I actually got the opportunity to see it in its intended viewing at my city's animation festival way back in 2016. And let me tell you, it was an incredible experience. There is a 360 view version on YouTube, but the quality is shit and it's simply not the same as the headset. With that said, creator and director Patrick Osborne also made this theatrical cut that could be viewed normally, so it balances out. The short is mainly the story of these two people's lives together in this car. Even when the dad stops touring with his music and gets a normal job to support his daughter better, being able to afford a house, consistent meals, and other luxuries and privileges, Pearl, the car, still stays their home throughout their entire lives. This car is to them what the Impala is to Sam and Dean Winchester. Yes, I am making a fucking Supernatural reference in this video, I've earned it. And the song, both sung by the father and the daughter, is absolutely beautiful. A warm and cozy melody about yearning for home, only to realize that home is all around you. It's a sappy, cliche message, but it's delivered without the use of contrivances or terribly written dialogue. Aside from the song lyrics and some miscellaneous muffled dialogue snippets every so often, it's very much a visual story, which is perfect for this medium and for this type of narrative. It allows you to experience the life of this small family in the most natural way you can with filmmaking, and it's done remarkably well. It's a very nostalgic piece of art that evokes the feelings of the good old days, and how you never really realize that the good old days are the days we experience in the here and now. Even with all the strife and stress you have, you'll still look back at this age of your life with starry eyes saying, man, I miss it. But soon enough, just through sheer age and bad timing, the car finally breaks down and is towed away and sent to a junkyard. And for years, it seemed that their original home was gone. But, mirroring the beginning of the movie, the daughter finds Pearl in the wastes, and even manages to start her up again. She brings her home to her dad, who is overwhelmed with happiness to see both his great loves in one place. She takes him on a trip to her concert, and the father smiles with pride, knowing he gave a good life to his daughter. What an absolutely gorgeous short. A wonderful story, beautiful music, astonishing animation and production value, and a heart of pure gold. It's on YouTube, it's only 5 minutes, and I can't recommend it enough. The House of Small Cubes. I hope you're ready for emotions, 'cause you're gonna get them. This is a 12-minute 2008 Japanese production that, despite winning an Oscar and many other accolades and affections all over the world, the creator of this short remains rather dissatisfied with it. Kunio Kato thought the overwhelming positive response to the film was unwarranted. He believed the film to be lacking in overall substance. After all, this was his second animation project, he faced many production snags, and he was also very young, so he was afraid he peaked too early with this incredible success and he won't be able to properly follow it up. I gotta say, I relate hard to that thought process. As an artist, it's so easy to get in your head and be your own worst critic. But Kato, my man, you're way too hard on yourself, dude. I'm telling you this as someone who will never meet you. You are not your work. It's unfortunate that he feels that way about his movie because, well, I couldn't disagree more. I think this is one of the best shorts I've ever seen. Which, I know Kato would more than likely hate that response, but I can't help it, man. Shit's good. In the future, a flood has ravaged the world and everyone keeps building on top of their houses to avoid being submerged. We meet a lonely old man who is facing a monotonous life in this apocalyptic world. While building more layers to his house with bricks, he accidentally drops his pipe down into the depths of the water. He dons his scuba gear to go search for it, and as he goes through each layer of his house, he takes a trip down memory lane and experiences the nostalgia of his eventful, loving, fulfilling life. What follows is an emotional, heartfelt, resonant, and profound piece of art. It's not very story-focused, it's a character study. We learn about this old man's life, and it was a good life. He fell in love, had kids, and despite society being consumed by water, he still managed to have a wonderful experience throughout his many years. I also like how he meets his love at a tree well before the flooding enveloped the planet. Nice little piece of quiet world building. But this reminiscing of the past is far more than just a montage. There are many themes that surface throughout, such as the most prominent theme of aging. The stacked houses are an accumulation of the man's years piling up on him, and the small cubes represent his scattered memory, relics from each level of his house. Each memory holds happiness, but also melancholy, as the man must accept his current reality that he is all alone. But this ties into the other theme of resilience. Rather than fall into despair, the old man quietly adapts to his lonely and dismal circumstances and keeps building upward. It's a great balance of appreciating the past while reluctantly venturing into the future. And the pencil-sketched line work with the grainy color palette and sepia tone flashbacks create a rustic feel of forlorn nostalgia. It's pretty unconventional seeing this type of drawing style come out of Japan. It's a very welcome change from the graphic anime we're all used to seeing. In fact, with the music, atmosphere, and overall style, it honestly feels like a French film. And yeah, that was part of the intent, obviously, as it did derive inspiration from European picture books of the 70s and 80s, and even has a French alternate title, La Maison en Petits Cubes. This makes people wonder about its origin, but it's fully Japanese, just so we're clear. I have been so obnoxious about this movie to all my friends. It's a great little piece of art that, while it may not be appreciated by its creator, it's definitely appreciated by many, many others. Dear Alice, this is a goddamn coffee creamer ad. A Chobani product ad to be precise, and wow, just fuck. The Line Studio, who were inspired by Ghibli aesthetics, in fact they even got Joe Hisaishi to compose it, were commissioned to make an optimistic view of the future of farming with this solar punk utopian short. This is only a 1 minute and 20-second ad, so expect to see it repeated a lot as I ramble, but I'll try to keep this brief. The story is basically just Alice reading a loving letter from her grandmother about the wholesome value of fresh local food and the importance of family. And that's it. But for such a beautiful slice of life ad, that's all you need. The short is a gorgeous showcase of a hopeful, Miyazaki-esque future unifying a harmonious blend of technology and nature. I want a whole movie to take place in this world. I don't know what the conflict or story would be, but fuck it, just have it be Alice farming all day. I'd watch that. Seeing a world this abundant and clear, with people finding the richness in everyday beauties, is something truly aspirational. It's a short that brings out the best in you, despite being a corporate plug. I guess that's the only knock against it. It's a commercial, and for artistry like this, it deserves so much more than that. Make Dear Alice a movie. I want to live out my cottagecore solar punk fantasy. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Like, literally. Not much else to say. I gotta get better at segues. Runaways! This is a student's college thesis film. I'm just gonna let that sink in so we can all feel bad about how talentless we are. This is, again, only a minute and 20 seconds, but it's the most gorgeous minute and 20 seconds of my life. These astounding, hand-painted frames just piss me off with delight. Literally, every frame is a painting. How do you even? This is for college! One person! Jesus! Atina Hina released this in 2024. And they're currently an animator at Glitch Studios. You can follow them on Instagram or even support them on Patreon. Now, they certainly don't need my help. This short has already gotten an assload of attention and praise. But how could I not mention this? They made this when they were a student, and already it's on the levels of Loundraw or Makoto Shinkai. And it's such a simplistic and sentimental story of two girlfriends running away together and experiencing young adulthood on the road. It's a reinvigorating short that injects you with a new love for life almost instantly. The color theory, lighting, and compositing makes this film soar. It gives so much meaning to these snapshots of everyday living. I can't get enough of it. I will forever be chasing this dragon, trying to recapture the feelings I felt watching this. Again, I would love to see a whole potential movie done in this style. It just looks too damn good not to take advantage of. So yeah, I really like this. It's an instant mood enhancer. It fills me with all the mushy good feelings. I like it. It's good. And at the risk of an anticlimax, I guess that's it for these sentimental short films. I hope you enjoyed. Give them a watch. Don't commit crimes. And remember to eat plenty of Scotch bonnets raw.